This is Now Daily with Robert Crawford, uncovering real stories worth sharing. Join the talk at nowdaily.com/show.
Welcome to Now Daily. I'm Robert Crawford. Today I wanted to talk about an article that was on the Drudge Report this morning. I've read about it multiple times in the past, really year or two. But basically it's about America, how we're handing off our authority over ICANN. ICANN is basically the International Registrar, an authority that looks over the internet. Now, most people realize that the internet was created as a DARPA project back in the 60s and 70s, and now it's widely used throughout the world. The problem is, right now, America really has authority over ICANN, at least in the United States. ICANN is the authority that registers domain names. It tracks internet properties. Whenever you call an internet, when you type in that URL, that registration lookup is what it's referred to. It actually goes to ICANN registry, looks for the IP address to connect it to that server. The problem is the Obama administration is basically handing off all of the authority to regulate the government and to overview ICANN to an international body. And what's interesting, after you start reading through this article, you realize that actually one of the ICANN offices, they have multiple offices throughout the world, but one of their offices is located in China, and it's in the same building right here. We have uncovered that ICANN's Beijing office is actually located within the same building as the Cyberspace Administration of China, which is the central agency within Chinese government's censorship regime. This is the agency that is censoring Chinese citizens from websites like Facebook. Facebook was banned for a long time. They are banning sites left and right in China. Why? To block free speech, to block the freedom of information. They have a very tight control on what's allowed. Not as tight as somewhere like North Korea, but it's very concerning if the USA is giving up their oversight powers. Now, I'm sure in the deal there's probably some level of oversight, but it's now in cooperation with other countries. This goes back to what's going on right now with the election. We're talking about nationalism versus globalism. Is America going to be in control of the destiny of its own citizens and protect the freedom of speech on the internet? Now, we already know that sites like Facebook and Google are censoring websites. Their YouTube is taking down videos. I even had some of my videos taken down talking about specific topics, mainly the TPP. I don't know why it does that for some reason, but specifically I've heard a lot of people have been censored by the TPP, literally shutting off my videos from playing on YouTube. We know for a fact, looking at our research and from different videos, that Google is changing search results in favor of Hillary Clinton compared to Donald Trump. I'm not talking about whether you like one or the other. I'm talking about censorship. We need to protect our freedom of speech. And giving all the control to ICANN with no oversight at all could be fine. It may work out and we may not see a difference at all. But if there's even a chance of having censorship, if there's a chance that China or America or ICANN in general could block a site like nowdaily.com on a global level, I think that's ridiculous. That goes against all of our freedoms. That goes against what America's about. And the problem is, when you give it to a global authority, they don't go by the rules of the Constitution. America right now, the executive and all the branches barely go by the Constitution as it is. I would go by, and I would actually say that right now the government we have in place is unconstitutional. That's a whole other debate. The debate right now is within 2 months before the Obama administration's out, they will be giving ICANN full authority by creating a gateway to content regulation. Who is going to be accountable for this content as we move forward. Is ICANN going to be the only authority? We've already caught Zuckerberg with a mic behind the scenes talking with Angela Merkel, who is the head of Germany, the Prime Minister of Germany, discussing how they will help Germany with their censorship of certain topics on the Facebook streams. So if Facebook and Google and Amazon and Apple are willing to work hand in hand with governments and corporations to censor the information that we see, and if ICANN now has full authority and they can control the registration of any domain name, how can we protect the freedom of the internet? I'm concerned about it. You should be concerned about it too. Comment down below if you have heard anything else on this topic, or if you know any more information about what's really going on with this ICANN arrangement. It's very interesting that they're trying to push this through before the election. It's interesting that I see more and more censorship online, and it's very subtle. If you're not looking for it, you won't even realize it. You won't even realize that certain Facebook pages get less views in the stream of a person than others. It happens behind the scenes. You won't even notice it. You won't even notice that your opinions are changing based on what you're seeing, because they're giving you what they want you to see. I'm Robert Crawford. This is Now Daily. Go to nowdaily.com to learn more.